One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Florida Gators and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits, loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. First carry of the season for this transfer. And they get him down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the big fella. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mays. Mays to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Guys, let's chat about Florida. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Running inside. It's Ball. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Bringing it back. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give is to Williams. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He wants to change this route. From the gun on third down, Carr. He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The 50, the 40, the 30. The 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Got room to work. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Unleashes one. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Throwing, Carr, using his feet to buy time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Carr. They've got the screen set up. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Man, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Right back to the well. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage?
He unleashes a long one. Makes a catch at the 15. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. And send the tight end in motion. They go to the counter. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's got it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to get the first through the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I like that play call there. Third and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete downfield. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger man.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. And how quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And that is a great job of executing the down and distance, understanding it's third down. And now it's about clock management and understanding what our score is, right? A field goal is big time, so I can't take sacks. I got to be smart with the football. I can't turn it over. A field goal gives me the lead in this football game. I got to play this smart right now in this part of the field.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Ball. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Got a little space. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Caught by Williams on the right. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play call.
Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. leave a mark. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Northern Illinois, taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's Northern Illinois coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throwing, Carr. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Florida. A pick 6.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical, and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So
going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Irish send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Secures it at the 30. Gets away from one. He's got space. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Here's Jaden one more time. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting it.
There's a crease. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. To the ground, he's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here's Carr to throw. Finds his tight end. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Got it set up on the outside. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
And, man, I want to see more of that. I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Here's a heat, and down he goes.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He spins that thing down the middle. A full dive to haul that one in. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Carr from the gun on third down. He'll throw it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. He'll bring it out. It's Mays. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The run inside. It's Mobley. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Throws it deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Irish. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. again.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Trying to escape and get it himself. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. And is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the play.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Might as well give it to him again. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And that's really nice offensively, because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Here we go. Ready? Ready, go. Hey, move.
Tight end now in motion.
Go.
Running the red zone. It's Williams. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Quarterback making checks. They're in the gun, third down, here's Carr. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
Handoff for Ball. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
And the Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Incomplete. That one batted away at the line of scrimmage.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
Makes a catch. He breaks a tackle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly to the tight end. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Man, that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fat.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
Number 35, set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I wanted to...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they turn it into a defensive score. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and then make him forget that.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Finds the tight end. Breaks the tackle. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team with national championship